welcome to this week's look at the state of the New York City real estate market, where I take a look at the luxury market, the Manhattan market, and the Brooklyn market. I do it because I want you to be informed. It never hurts when you're a consumer to be informed. So let's take a look at the luxury market in Manhattan for the week of November 1st to November 7th. First of all, it's hard to believe that it's November, but okay, it is. All right, there were 46 contracts signed at $4 million and above. The luxury market continues its strong, hot streak, notching its fifth straight week of 40 or more deals made a week, which is just really shocking when you think about it. And as always, I'm going to share with you the top two contracts. Actually, this week there was a tie for the number 2 contract. So I'm going to be sharing 3 properties with you. The first contract, the number 1 contract signed in the luxury market, and also the 2 that tied for second place. But here's what's really remarkable. I talked last week about how these trophy properties, meaning, 10 million and above, and we're still seeing that, right? At the very, very, very high end of the market, we are seeing a lot of contract activity. So let's move on to that. So the number 1 contract that was signed for the week of November 1st to November 7th was Penthouse CD. It's at 1165 Madison Avenue. And get this, it was asking $66 million. So get your head around that. It is a new 12-unit condo building. It's called the Belmont. It was designed by Robert A.M. Stern and developed by the Naftali Group. The buyer bought 2 penthouse units from this sponsor, and it is going to be they bought them from the floor plans, so it's not done yet. They are going to combine these 2 units into a 4-level apartment with 13,000 square feet. The unit has 8 terraces. It's totaling 2,350 square feet of terrace space. And the amenities, even though it's a small 12-unit building, will include a concierge, a fitness center, a squash court, a roof terrace, a children's playroom, and a screening room. Wow. Okay, what can I say? $66.5 million. And that was the number 1 contract signed for last week. The number 2 slot, as I said, was a tie. It was between 2 condos. One was an Upper East Side penthouse and a Tribeca loft. They have similar square footage, and both were asking $27 million. So let's talk about the first one. Penthouse A at 200 East 53rd Street has over 5,800 square feet, including 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. It has a 41-foot great room, formal dining room, a master bedroom that opens onto a 40-foot loggia with glimpses of Central Park. Amenities in this new 85-unit, 38-story condo, also designed by Robert A.M. Stern, include a concierge, a fitness center, 70-foot swimming pool, yoga, a massage room, steam bath, movie theater, game room, children's playroom, communal terrace, and a lounge for residents. So I think they have a lot of fun amenities to look forward to. The other number 2 contract was the 9th floor at 67 Vestry Street. 6 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. This condo has almost 5,800 interior square feet with a 1,500 square foot great room and master bedroom overlooking the Hudson River. I'm sure that is super stunning. The kitchen features brushed oak millwork, thick slab marble countertops, a range a custom-made range from France. The 13-unit building designed by Gachot Studios is currently under construction, and it will feature the following amenities: 24-hour doorman, fitness center, lap pool, steam, sauna rooms, game room, and storage. There are parking spaces also available for purchase. I didn't mention this, but I usually do, so let me make sure I do mention this. In addition to of the 46 contracts that were signed at $4 million and above, condos outsold co-ops, 38-6, and 2 townhouses were in this mix. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about some quick stats, as we always do. The total weekly asking price sales volume was 414,470,000. The average asking price was 9,010,217. The median asking price, 5,822,500. Average discount from original ask to last asking price, 4%. So this is interesting. We usually see 5%, 6%, but this time it's 4%. That probably means to a certain extent that these are properties that are priced on or about where they're going to trade. It also may be that we're seeing more pressure on the luxury market, so there's less discount. The average days on the market continues to be, relatively high, 478 days. Again, a lot of these things are new development, and new development, as I've said many times, takes a lot longer to sell. Okay, that's it for the luxury market. So let's take a look at the Manhattan market for the week of November 1st to November 7th. We are seeing, let's sort of stand back. I always share with you the weekly stats. You'll see that our weekly supply is 345. That is down almost 16% week over week. So we are not seeing new properties, not a lot of new properties coming on the market. We saw 332 contracts signed. That was up 2.47%. That this is a continuation of what we have been seeing, although we are continuing to see this supply trending down and the signed contracts are gaining. The market pulse, which we don't usually talk about, but in that way, yes, continues to be a seller's market, but here's what's interesting. The current value is 0.67. It's up a little, about 1.5%. But if this trend continues, that we're not seeing properties coming on the market and we're seeing continued pressure, more and more contracts being signed, we're likely to see that market pulse number go up. I also just want to talk a little bit to put this in context, because I don't do this every week, but I'm going to say it today. Let's look at the year over year, right? So a year ago, if you look at the supply from a year ago, we are down 30%. The contract activity, or the pendings, right, are from a year ago, they are up 80%. It's good to have this context. We don't know exactly what this all means or where it's going, but pretty good sense that if we continue to see not a lot of choice new choice coming on the market, and buyers are really serious, they are going to start making decisions while the interest rates are still really terrific, and there's plenty of good inventory. So there's real opportunity here for the buyers. And sellers, make sure that you are priced properly. Otherwise, you will unfortunately sit in this market, even though it is a seller's market. Okay, that is it for Manhattan. So let's take a look now at the Brooklyn market. So the supply is 230. That is week over week, right? It's up almost 7%. Contract signed was up a little over 2%. We're seeing 219 contracts that were signed last week. We're also seeing, and I didn't bring this up from Manhattan, but that was up in Manhattan as well, these off-market properties, so properties that are getting pulled off the market. That was up almost 25% in Brooklyn. In Manhattan, it was up almost 37%. So this off-market for Brooklyn from last week was 116. So if you put contracts signed together with off-market, it is far exceeding the supply. So again, in Brooklyn, like with Manhattan, we are seeing definitely a pressure on the inventory because we're just not seeing a lot of new stuff coming on. And yet within that, buyers are still making choices and finding things that will work for them and that they love and that they'll buy. If we want to look at the market pulse for Brooklyn, obviously seller's market, the current value is 0.99, so that is up 4%, a little over 4% from the week before. That is another indicator that this continues to be a very strong market, lots of contracts, and we'll see kind of how the rest of this 2021 plays out. We're in November now. Let's see if we continue to see strong activity right on through to the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised. We've seen it before. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so that is it for this week's New York City State of the Market report. As always, I am happy to answer questions for you. I hope that this information is helpful and helps you make informed decisions and make great choices and have lots of success. But this is kind of the tip of the iceberg. If you have lots of questions, if you have any questions about real estate, feel free to reach out to me. You can put them in the comments below, or you can just email me. I'm happy to get on the phone and talk to you about any of your real estate questions in New York City. And also, as I've mentioned, my team also has expanded to Portland, Oregon, and kind of the environs out there. So if you have any questions about the Portland market, please reach out. Let me know about that as well. Happy to talk to you. I want you to be successful. And having the information is definitely put you on the right path. So I'll be back with another State of the Market report. In the meantime, take care.